So is police policy to cover up, when you hear about corruption in the police department, you know what endemic corruption is? That when the police themselves know about it and they cover it up. That's endemic. Do you understand? You know about it. You know that police help fentanyl dealers take over property. My mom's other property on White Oak, so the other division, West Valley, they were supporting for a year and a half a fentanyl dealer, Justine Taylor. She's a career squatter. She goes into a house of a Middle Eastern man. She gets the support of police officers because police officers, a lot of them are veterans of Desert Storm, the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. They hate Middle Eastern people. So it's a hate crime. A lot of, right? Correct. A lot of police officers are veterans of the wars. They hate Middle Eastern. So squatters target people that look like me because they're more likely to police support their occupation of a fentanyl dealer. They keep denying, I have video after video, they're denying the existence of a restraining order. They support drug transactions. They say, if you don't let your tenant have visitors, we'll arrest you. So she's she's having gang members come daily, and the police supporting it. The gang members are there to intimidate me. And they say, and the proof, like all of the violations, the police keep lying to support her, and then they give her Fourth Amendment right. I take her stuff to the police station. They say, this is fentanyl. It stinks. Take it away. But they're at my house. They don't want to enter her room. They give her Fourth Amendment right. If you know someone has fentanyl in their house, you get a warrant, you break down the door, you go in, and you arrest them. But she was a white fentanyl dealer who was getting the support. They give a Fourth Amendment. Why would you give Fourth Amendment right to someone you know is dealing fentanyl? Can you answer that? So, okay, what's your name?
Sergeant Cater.
Sergeant Cater, I have numerous times requested the 911 FOIA request. When I have the Freedom of Information Act, and they don't respond, what would that indicate? Would that not indicate a cover-up?
So are you saying for this address?
For this address, when I've requested, how many 911 calls have been the last 7 years? I've made official FOIA requests. I've gone there, requested it. I've emailed requests, and they don't.
So what's the response to that?
They gave the response to a wrong instead of 222. So I made the request again and again and again. Now that you know about it, you're aware that's cover-up of corruption, because 7 years ago, so Sergeant Lafferty, after the video comes out scolding, they say they know about it. You know, you've seen the video of Sergeant Lafferty scolding me because I'm asking him about the case. 7 years ago, the judge dismissed against my mom, saying, I'll dismiss the case if you sell the house and move. If that...
The judge said that?
The judge said, I'll dismiss the case, and they have the name of the judge. The guy pulled it up at front desk. He says, I don't want to give it to you. And when I went in there asking again, they said, I'll have Sergeant Lafferty explain. He came out scolding me because they don't want to reveal that they've been supporting her false 911 calls daily. Yes, so she's made false 911 calls daily for 7 years. How much is it every time you guys come? The cost to the taxpayer, about $2,000. So calculate 2,000 daily, 365 times 7. That's a lot of money. If that judge, he said, I'll dismiss the case if you sell the house and move, she never moved. She kept on calling 911, and so they've been supporting her. When you come here, that's negative enforcement. She gets attention, she does it again. It doesn't help her. When I want to move, Anita Totillo, her granddaughter, who's abusing her power of attorney, doesn't want her moving. She wants to perpetuate those calls. It's to her advantage. She can get an Invega medication, a monthly force shot, that will stop her yelling to the neighbors. They have restraint order against her. She's yelling at them every day, calling 911. They say if you force her to take that medication, we'll call 911. If you force her to move, we'll call 911. They want to perpetuate that. Why?
What is it I can do for you today?
Can you find out why is it hard to get the 911 calls from this? How many 911 calls have there been from this property the last 7 years? Can you find out?
I know there's been more than 50. I don't know over what.
If there's been, no. I want the list of 911 calls.
That's not something I have access to, sir.
So the fact that I'm reporting to you, and I'll send it to you. If the correspondent, I've made the request, official FOIA request, and it is not a violation that I make the request and it's not honored.